Speak version equals 1.0 xmlns equals http://www.w3.org/2001/10/synthesis xml, lang equals enus. Voice name equals nus neural. Prosody rate equals 0%, pitch equals 0%. I'll never forget the day I watched my brother's heart stop on a monitor that was supposed to save his life. The beeping didn't fade. It screamed. Flat. Final. And standing in the doorway of the ICU, wearing a hospital badge he'd stolen 3 days earlier, was Marcus. My adopted brother. The boy my parents chose. The boy I'd defended through every fight, every therapy session, every late-night breakdown. He didn't cry. He didn't flinch. He just watched the numbers go dark and adjusted his glasses like he was reading a grocery list. We weren't blood. That's what people always said. Like it mattered. Like the 20 years of shared bedrooms and split desserts and inside jokes about our dad's terrible grilling meant nothing because a piece of paper said adopted next to his name. Marcus came to us at 6. I was 8. He arrived with a duffel bag held together by duct tape and a silence so heavy it bent the air around him. Foster care had chewed him up. 3 homes in 2 years. The last one left him with a fractured wrist and a file thicker than a phone book. My parents, our parents, didn't flinch. They just made space. They moved me to the smaller room so he could have the one with the window. They sat through the night terrors. They learned his triggers. They loved him loud and messy and without conditions. And I followed their lead. I taught him to ride a bike on the cracked pavement behind our house. I let him win at Mario Kart. I walked him to school every day for 3 years because he refused to take the bus. We built a language. A look across the dinner table meant, Mom's meatloaf is moving. A tap on the shoulder meant I've got you. When the leukemia hit me at 22, Marcus was the first one in the car. He didn't ask questions. He just grabbed my duffel, the same duct-taped one he'd arrived with, still sitting in his closet, and drove 6 hours to the cancer center in Seattle. He slept in the vinyl chair beside my bed. He learned to flush my port. He memorized my medication schedule better than the nurses. He shaved his head when my hair fell out in clumps on the pillow. Matching, he said, grinning that crooked grin. Told you I'd beat you to the bald look. The trial was my last shot. Cardiotherapy. Experimental. Brutal. A 40% chance of remission. 40%. That's not a number. That's a coin flip with your life. But the alternative was 0. So I signed the papers. My parents signed. Marcus witnessed. He held my hand while they harvested my T-cells. He brought me soup from that terrible deli on 3rd Avenue every single day for 3 weeks. He read me the same terrible fantasy novels we'd loved as kids, doing the voices, making me laugh until my ribs ached. The infusion day was supposed to be the turning point. Day 0. The nurses called it my new birthday. Marcus took a photo of the bag hanging above me, clear liquid, millions of engineered cells hunting the cancer in my blood. He posted it. My brother's second chance. Hashtag CARTY, hashtag day 0, hashtag beat this. 3,000 likes. Comments from people I'd never met. Prayers. Well wishes. He read them all to me. His voice cracked on the 5th one. The first week was hell. Cytokine release syndrome. Fevers that hit 104. Confusion. I called him Dad twice in one afternoon. He didn't correct me. Just squeezed my hand and said, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. The second week brought clarity. The fevers broke. The scans showed the tumors shrinking. 90% reduction. The oncologist used words like remarkable and unprecedented. My parents wept in the hallway. Marcus stood apart, arms crossed, scrolling his phone. I noticed the change then. The way he'd step out during rounds. The whispered calls. The new password on his phone. But I was alive. I was winning. I didn't want to see cracks in the foundation. Day 42. The maintenance check. Routine blood work. The results came back wrong. My counts crashed. Hemoglobin. Platelets. Neutrophils. The engineered T cells, the ones that had been hunting cancer, were gone. Vanished. Like they'd never existed. The oncologist stared at the screen. "This doesn't happen," she said. "Not like this. Not this fast." They ran it again. And again. Same result. My new immune system had been wiped out. Something had suppressed it. Something targeted. My parents were in the cafeteria. I was alone in the exam room when Marcus walked in. He wasn't supposed to be there. He had a job now. Research coordinator. The same hospital. Different floor. He'd gotten it 6 months ago. "Helping people like you," he'd said. Proud. He set a coffee on the counter. Black. 2 sugars. My order. "You look like hell," he said. "Thanks. You too." He laughed. That same crooked grin. "The doctor said it's like the CAR T cells just disappeared. Like someone turned off a switch." Someone? Figure of speech. He leaned against the wall. His fingers tapped his phone. Tap. 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 Science is weird. Biology doesn't raid textbooks. "Marcus." My voice cracked. "What did you do?" He looked at me. Really looked. The mask slipped. Just for a second. Long enough for me to see the calculation underneath. The cold assessment. "What makes you think I did anything?" "Because you're the only one who knew the protocol. The only one with access to the immunosuppressant trial on the 4th floor. The only one who stood to inherit the trust if I didn't make it to 25. The silence stretched. The monitor beeped. Beep. 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 $50,000, he said quietly. That's what they paid. The pharmaceutical company. Competitor trial. They needed to know why their drug failed where ours succeeded. They needed the data from a crash. A total collapse. They couldn't get it ethically. So they bought it. From you. From someone with access. Someone who knew the schedule. Someone who could slip a compound into an 4-line during a routine flush and walk away clean. He shrugged. "I have student loans. A car payment. A life that doesn't involve watching my golden brother get everything handed to him." Everything handed to me? I had cancer. I almost died. Twice. Exactly. You almost died. Keyword, almost. You always almost die. And everyone runs. Everyone cares. Everyone loves the brave sick boy. His voice rose. Nobody asks about the other one. The one who held the bucket. The one who drove the car. The one who stayed awake for weeks so you could sleep. Where's my parade? Where's my trust fund? Where's my thank you for existing? I thanked you. Every day. I told you I couldn't do it without you. Words. Cheap words. You got the second chance. I got the bill. He stepped closer. The compound has a half-life of 72 hours. By the time they figure it out, the CAR T cells are gone. The cancer comes back. Aggressive. Resistant. You'll be dead in 6 weeks. Maybe 8. And I'll be debt-free. I lunged. Weak. Slow. My body betrayed me. He sidestepped. Caught my wrist. His grip was iron. Don't, he whispered. Don't make this uglier than it already is. He left. The door clicked shut. I slid down the wall and screamed until my throat bled. The relapse was faster than he predicted. 3 weeks. The tumors didn't just return, they exploded. Lymph nodes. Liver. Bone marrow. The oncologist sat my parents down and used words like unprecedented again. But different this time. Aggressive. Refractory. Palliative. My mother didn't speak for 4 days. My father aged 10 years in one afternoon. They looked at Marcus. Really looked. And saw him. Finally. He didn't run. He didn't deny it when the police came. The hospital security footage showed him on the 4th floor. The keycard logs. The text messages on his phone, encrypted, but the company's IT team cracked them in 6 hours. Package delivered. Day 42. As discussed. The bank transfer. 50,000. Clean. He confessed to everything. Calm. Detailed. Like he was reading a grocery list. The trial was federal. /prosody. /voice. /speak.